If they wanted
it's hard to see them as a peacemaker, given all the support they've given to Russia and their own humanitarian issues that they're having, human rights violations that they have in China. So it's really hard to see them as a peacemaker. But to the point about talking about supply chain issues and things like that, China is really hurting from our own efforts to distract ourselves from them economically and with our supply chains.
Maura, I want to ask you about the Republican presidential campaign because Ron DeSantis is out with this new New York Post op-ed. This is just kind of an example of how Republicans talk about this. DeSantis writes, quote, "If his administration's record's any indicator, Biden will focus more on flattering Xi than on holding his regime accountable. The president seems to content on managing America's decline rather than confront China with win this decisive decade." That's obviously kind of classic talk from the campaign trail. But this is what President Biden will confront in the general election from Republicans. Do you buy that messaging?
I think it could also apply to Donald Trump. I mean, truthfully, the fact that we have both Joe Biden and Donald Trump as the two current frontrunners, I think that message that DeSantis just put up there, that could be applied to either one of them. That's a problem for us. That can't possibly be our best option. With 330 million people in this country, those two are our best options? Absolutely not. And when it comes to China and being strong on foreign policy, I don't trust either of those two to really put our best foot forward as a country and standing up to our allies, but standing up to our adversaries as well. We have to come from a position of strength, and thus far we haven't been in a very long time.
Would you trust Nikki Haley?
I would. In this regard, yes. I think she can handle herself on the stage of foreign policy.
And yet DeSantis is